Okay, this mask is called Bloodlust. It's probably my favorite mask from the whole Oktober Studios line. I think there's an obvious homage to the Salem's Lot vampire here, especially with the color that they chose, and then just the overall silhouette with the head shape and the ears. But looking at the mouth, I also see like a Blade 2 kind of vibe, with those like huge nasty teeth coming out and the tongue sticking out. So it's got this cool kind of like symmetrical vibe to it, where from the split tongue, then you get to the fangs, and you get to the kind of slits in the mouth, and then the pointy ears. And it's called Bloodlust for a reason. He's got blood all over his mouth. He's recently feasted on a victim for sure. One thing that's really cool about the sculpture too is like the chin is so thin. It has this really cool like triangular look to him, and everything just kind of emanates to this point of this like really thin chin, but he's got this huge mouth. Like half of his face is his mouth. The paint job they did on these was really cool. Again, that kind of got that like Salem's Lot baby blue, but then they also then went in with like a light red and hit the tips of the ears, and they did some like little thin airbrushy stuff on his cheekbones there, and then he's got some like deep purple and deep blue veins throughout. The sculpture on this is awesome. There's a lot of skin texture, and as you can see, it's a huge mask. You get like 8 inches of bib here. You get his collarbones and his full neck and everything. It's just a really good sculpture, and you get a lot of mask for the price. Clearly this one is looking like the Salem's Lot vampire, and they did an awesome job like kind of twisting that and adding a few things to it and making a really cool mask out of it. All right, so this mask is called Frightmare. It's probably my second favorite from Oktober Studios. It's a really cool design. Again, I'm not sure exactly who sculpted this. It reminds me of like a Jonathan Fuller sculpt, but I really have no idea who sculpted it. But whoever did, again, did an awesome job. I love this huge, nasty, deformed mouth. These teeth are really gross, and like there's almost like no rhyme or reason to where they're popping out. And the paint job on this one, it's a pretty similar paint up to the last one that we looked at, except it's just more of like a pinkish skin tone, but you have that same white and blue speckle effect over the whole thing. For this one, instead of blue veins, it's got some like purple veins, and then they use that same color to hit the tips of the ears and around the eyelids. I really like the eyes on this mask. They didn't use a pupil. They just went for this like really gross yellow color, and then looks like they did like a black wash on it, and then hit the highlights with purple. And so again, simple, quick paint job, but it doesn't really look that way. It looks very cool and professional, and they did a good job with it. Once again, it's a lot of mask. There's a huge bib on it. You almost even have shoulders, and it's very thick. Definitely Oktober Studios is going for like a professional looking quality mask. They're doing thick castings, big bib on it, and again, the paint jobs, they are very consistent with them, and they look really good. They do that same kind of thin airbrush line work around the cheekbones and the top of his snout there. And so yeah, so Diego did a really cool job designing the paint job for this, and again, whoever sculpted it did an awesome job sculpting. Big fan of this one. And the last one we're going to look at is a werewolf, so you know I'm excited for that too. Let's check it out. Okay, so this mask is called Moon Hunter. It's a really cool, very big werewolf mask. I think it's definitely inspired by Rick Baker's Hound from Hell that he made for American Werewolf in London. They did a really cool job of making just, you know, like a generic werewolf mask, but I definitely think is certainly inspired by American Werewolf in London. The paint job is basically just all black, and then he's got like the pink tongue and gums, and his eyes are like a yellow red with those really big black pupils. Very dog-like werewolf mask. And my favorite part about it is the nose. It's super dog nose, and then these ears like poking out of this mass amount of hair. I wasn't sure if it was a half mask or a full head mask, so I had to check, but it's a full head mask, and you can't even see the back half of it because there's just so much hair on it. And I think they did a really good job of making a cool like homage werewolf mask to the, you know, Rick Baker's David Kessler Hound from Hell. Just a really cool mask, very snarling. Again, very dog-like. I like the texture of the sculpture a lot, and you can't really see the eye cuts too much if there's no stuffing in it. If it's just black or if someone's wearing it, I think it'd be a really cool character. But anyways, that's going to do it for Moon Hunter. Those are my 3 favorite masks from Oktober Studios, and we have a whole lot of other Oktober Studios masks, so we'll probably do more of those soon.